Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I hope all of my students are doing well wherever you are. And first and most important thing would be, I hope that all of you have a high speed data and a great internet connection in order for you to watch this video and to learn whatever topic that I'm currently covering. So before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Abu Sama, or you can call me Mr. Hafiz. I'm from Institut Latihan Perindustrian Tangkap, and I'm responsible to teach all of you the module or the subject Technical English Semester 1 and Semester 2. But currently I will be focusing on TE 1091. As you can see here, it is Technical English 1091 for Semester 1. So previously, all of you have covered the topic which is on speaking skills, and this will be your next topic, which is on writing skills. And let's do a little bit of overview of what we are going to learn today. So the first one would be on using abbreviation. Allow me to use dual language, which is in English as well as Bahasa Melayu, in order for you to understand whatever topic or whatever explanation that I'm trying to deliver to all of you. So abbreviation in Bahasa, we call it as singkatan. Okay, singkatan. For instance, in scientific term, or in maths perhaps, whenever we use centimeter, we will use a short form of cm, and for other example would be kilometer would be km, or perhaps liter will be l. That would be the abbreviation form of that particular word. But in Bahasa Melayu, sebagai contohnya, for an example, let's say pawagam. Pawagam is a form of abbreviation, singkatan, from word or phrases. For instance, pawagam, it is also known as panggung wayang gambar. That is one of an example of syllabic abbreviation, maksud singkatan dalam suku kata. Okay, so let us now begin with our lesson for today, and I hope that I will manage to cover this lesson within less than 45 minutes, and perhaps the minimum duration will be around 30 minutes. Okay, so let us take a look on our slides here. 2.1, using abbreviation, which means we are currently we're going to use singkatan in whatever form of writing, or perhaps in communication aspect. We are focusing on the four major skills in learning. As you all know, we have speaking skills. Number 2, we have writing skills. Number 3, we have reading skills, and number 4 would be we have listening skills. Okay, using abbreviation, this will fall under the category of writing skills. So let's focus on the introductory. Introduce usage of abbreviation to a simple English word that can be understood and delivered effectively by language users. Which means, if you know how to use abbreviation in whatever form of learning, regardless whether it is in Bahasa Melayu or English, or even other languages that you might know, so abbreviation will help you to develop a simplified method for you to understand, or for you to jot down notes in a minimum number of words, which eventually will make it simpler for you to memorize notes. Okay, 2.11, using abbreviation, menggunakan kata singkatan. Abbreviation comes from the root word to abbreviate. That means to make something shorter, untuk membuatkan sesuatu perkataan itu lebih pendek, especially words and phrases, maksud perkataan ataupun frasa. Meaning, Abbreviation is a short form of word or phrases, as what I have given all of you earlier, the examples. Abbreviation is used in a technical writing and mostly in scientific report. For instance, as you can see here, kilometer is usually abbreviated into km. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. So these are other examples of abbreviation, as you can see there. The first one is kilometer, as in km, centimeter, cm, meter, m, liter, l, hertz, hz, doctor, dr. Okay, let's move on. 2.1.2 types of abbreviation. These are the examples of abbreviation existed in language for language users. Apart from the common form of shortening one word, there are other types of abbreviation. These include acronym, initialism, including three-letter acronyms, apocope, clipping, allusion, syncope, syllabic abbreviation, and portmanteau. Okay, but we are not going to cover all of these types of abbreviation. We are going to cover a few so that it is easier for you to understand the most common abbreviation that we use or generally known among language users. Okay, let us focus on this syllabic abbreviation as what I have given to you just now. Pawagam, it comes from the word or phrase panggung wayang gambar. Okay, a syllabic abbreviation or SA is an abbreviation form from usually initial syllables of several words, such as Interpol for international police, but should be distinguished from portmanteaus. They are usually written in lowercase, sometimes starting with a capital letter, and are always pronounced as words rather than letter by letter. For instance, scuba. So all of you, scuba is a device or an apparatus that we use in whenever we go diving, right? So scuba is a form of abbreviation, singkatan. It comes from the word or phrase self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Apparatus means peralatan. And AIDS is a form of disease, which is also comes from the phrase acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Let's move on. Periods of full stops and spaces. A period of full stop is sometimes written after an abbreviated word, but there is much disagreement and many exceptions. Okay, what does it mean by this one? Let's take a look. There is never a stop, a period between letters of the same word. For example, Tiberius is abbreviated as TB and not as T full stop B full stop, right? In formal British English, it is more common to write abbreviations with full stops if the word has been cut at the point of abbreviation, but not otherwise. For example, street abbreviated into ST becomes ST full stop, but sing ST again becomes ST without full stop. As you can see there, street and saint. Street it has full stop, but saint it doesn't have any full stop. As you can see here, cut at the point of abbreviation but not otherwise. Okay, in the middle, street, and this one is at the middle, meaning the vowel being left off, and ST here, as you can see, it comes, the letter T comes immediately after S, so we need to have full stop and sin cut in between, so we don't have any full stop here. Okay, again, I'll repeat again, ST need to have a full stop, sin left out vowel don't have any full stop, right? So let's move on to our next topic. Next slide. Plural forms. To form the plural of an abbreviation, a number or a capital letter used as a noun, simply add a lower cases to the end. For instance, a group of MPs. MP means military police. So MP, if we left out this letter S, MP shows the value of 1. But then if more than one, plural form, then we add S, lowercase s. The Roaring Twenties, Mind Your P's and Q's. Okay, we just add lowercase s to show a plural form. Right? Let's move on to our next slide. To form the plural of an abbreviation with periods, a lowercase letter used as a noun, and abbreviations or capital letters that would be ambiguous or confusing if the S alone were added, use an apostrophe and an S. Right? For instance, if we are using, for instance, initialism or the word, we pronounce it as an alphabet, so we need to add apostrophe S to show the plural form, which is more than one. For instance, a group of PhDs is not PhDs, or the axis of the equation, which means in the form of the equation there are many axes. Sending SOSs is not SOSS. Okay, SOS is a form of emergency calling. So there are many SOSs being sent, not SOSS. Right? Are you with me? I hope you are. So let's move on to our next slide. Okay, this will show measurement, ukuran. Okay, for instance, line L, it shows the value of 1. But then, if it is more than 1 or plural form, we will use LL as in lines. PP pages as sections more than 1, and the list goes on. Okay, I'll give you time for you to read this one. Right?